In this video, I am showing how to make one of my family favorites, cornbread dressing. So if you want to see how it's done, keep watching. Welcome to This and That with Denise Jordan. I teach women to make wise home health and beauty decisions. So if you want to learn more about running a household, subscribe. Or if you want to see reviews about products that can benefit you in your home, subscribe. Because I do videos about those topics all the time. So hit that subscribe button and tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. But definitely check out the show notes in the description box below, because that's where I'll link my favorite housekeeping and gardening solutions. Okay, let's make some cornbread dressing. So one of the first things that I pick up when I'm going to make my famous cornbread dressing is a package of Pepperidge Farm cornbread stuffing mix. I just like the variety of spices that they have in here. It really gives it good flavor. So one package of Pepperidge Farm cornbread stuffing mix, and then a pan of my own cornbread. So those are the two necessities. And then the other things I need will include 2 cans of Campbell's cream of chicken soup. You can use cream of mushroom soup if you don't have anyone in your family with mushroom allergies, but since I do, I'm just using the cream of chicken. So it'll be 2 cans of cream of chicken soup instead of 1 cream of chicken and 1 cream of mushroom. I also will be using 1 carrot, 2 stalks of celery, and 1 onion. And then the biggest thing that I'm going to use to add flavor will be this. And it is the drippings off the turkey. It really adds such a great flavor to the dressing. So I've got the drippings from the turkey in this pan here. So I've already washed the carrot, so I will just cut it into manageable pieces. And it's already been scraped and washed, that kind of thing. So I'll cut it into manageable pieces. Just a rough cut, and then I'll put it in my Emmy food processor. Here's my Emmy right here. I have had this Emmy food processor, and it's by Hamilton Beach forever. My dad gave me this as a Christmas gift at least 25 years ago, and I'm still using it. So I'll get it plugged in, and I'll drop these carrots right in it. And then I've already washed the celery, so I'll give it a rough cut as well. Drop it in. Now the reason why I like to put it in the food processor, I can get it cut up pretty finely. It's not a shred, but it's pretty close. And I learned to do that when my children were smaller. One of my sons wouldn't eat anything green, so I'd have to put food in. I'd have to throw things in the food processor and kind of puree it to camouflage it. So I still just go ahead and I throw them in the food processor. So you've got the flavor, but you don't have that texture that comes along with it. So nobody's the wiser. So I'm going to go ahead and process this and then put it into a bowl. It's looking pretty good. Take a look at that. Look how fine it is. And this way, when I bake it, it cooks up pretty quickly. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip it. And I'll do the same thing with the onion. Just give it a rough cut. And drop them in the food processor. Now I'll just make sure that these are all mixed together well. And what I like to do is to get my wet ingredients mixed together first, and then I'll put my dry ingredients together, and then I pull them in together. So let me tell you about this turkey drippings. One of the nice things about using the drippings off the turkey is that you've got all the seasonings that you put on the turkey. So in this drippings or this broth, I've got onions and garlic and brown sugar and lemon and pepper seasoning and thyme and poultry seasoning and red pepper flakes. I've just got all those things that I use to baste the turkey and to roast the turkey with. Now all of those flavors are just kind of simmering right in here, and this is the main liquid that I use in the dressing, so it really gives it great flavor. And then the other thing is I've already made a pan of cornbread, so now I will crumble the cornbread up. And I made it early so that it could cool off, so that when I crumbled it up, it wouldn't be moist or heavy, because if you use cornbread that's warm, then it makes the dressing heavy. So I need a bigger pot. So I've got the cornbread nice and crumbled up. I'll put it in this pot, because I need something large enough to stir it in. So it's nice and fine crumbles. Now I'll add 1 bag of the Pepperidge Farm cornbread stuffing. Now we'll mix that up. I like to have my cornbread and the Pepperidge Farm cornbread seasoning mix thoroughly mixed together. Now, if you look at the directions on the side of the package, it says you need 5 tablespoons of butter, 1 large onion diced, 2 stalks of celery diced, 2 cups of Swanson's chicken broth, and then 1 package of this. Well, I've got the chicken broth that this calls for in my turkey drippings. So I've got at least 4 cups of turkey drippings, and if I need more liquid, I've got another quart or 2 of chicken broth that I can add to the mix. Plus my cans of cream of chicken soup are also going to add moisture. And then of course the fat from the butter is already in my turkey drippings. So now that I have mixed these veggies together, I will put in 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. I will mix the soup in with the veggies. And then we'll get the turkey drippings. I'll just sit it here. So now I will put the soup and the veggies into the breading mixture, or the cornbread mixture. So now I am mixing the soup and veggie mixture into the dry ingredients, which is the cornbread that I made and the Pepperidge Farm cornbread stuffing mix. And now I'll pour in the turkey drippings. And there may be some meat shreds or big onion shreds or whatever, but that's okay. And then if this isn't enough, I've got a box of Swanson's chicken broth. And I can already see it's not going to be as moist as I would like for it to be. So I'm putting in about another cup of broth. And you can use whatever kind of chicken broth you prefer, but I always use Swanson's. And you might note that I really haven't added a lot of other seasoning to this, because most of the seasonings that I normally would add are in my turkey drippings, because I seasoned the turkey well, and so I put that turkey drippings in here, so all those seasonings came over. And then of course there were already some seasonings in the Pepperidge Farm cornbread stuffing mix. So now this is the consistency that I like. So let's put it in a dish. So I'll put the stuffing mix in this dish, but I will butter this dish first. I like to butter the bottom and a little bit on the sides. Now we'll put the stuffing mix in the dish. Then I'll bake it in the oven probably for about 30 minutes. And one of the things that I'll do when it's just about done is that I'll pour some more turkey drippings just over the top, let it soak into the dressing, and then just bake for about another 10 minutes and it'll be ready to bring it to the table. Now let's pop this baby in the oven. So I'll let that bake for about 30 minutes, and as I said, I'll add some more drippings to the top of it, and it'll be ready to eat. It looks pretty good. Good. Perfect. All it needs is a little gravy and cranberry sauce. So here is my famous cornbread dressing. I'm ready for dinner. So now here's my question for you. What part of this whole process do you have questions about? Tell me in the comment section below. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children. I've managed a home for more than 45 years, and I am a nurse by profession. So if you want to learn more about running a household, cooking and cleaning and laundry and health and beauty, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye. I'll see you in the next video.